Daniel, friends and family of Shannon Rippey gathered on the steps of City Hall to raise awareness about the fact that their friend is still missing. One by one, their candles lit. One by one, they spoke.
For the opportunities that are around us.
One by one, they hope, want, pray for their friend's safe return.
What we don't know is what's breaking our hearts.
Michelle Seidman has known Rippey for years.
We'd worked on a few of the same films together, and we actually lived a few blocks away from each other for over 8 years, so during that time I'd run into her constantly.
Today's news that Wilmington police suspect foul play hits hard.
It's put me a little bit more on edge. I've been trying not to allow myself to cry or get emotional, and it almost took me there.
Monica Kasem with the Q Center for Missing Persons says time is now of the essence.
You have to continue to be there. The hope is that there'll be a resolution, so you have to hold on to that hope.
That's why Thursday's vigil is so important.
Obviously, we are supporting that effort and encouraging the community to embrace this family through this journey that they're on right now.
Holding her picture high, Seidman has a message for whoever's involved in her disappearance.
You're not thinking about humanity. You're not thinking about what really matters, and that's getting Shannon home alive.
A burning desire for answers that will not wane until they come. Now, I talked with Wilmington police this afternoon. They said even if something seems small to you, please let them know it could be just what they need to help crack this case, saying any information you have can help. Mackenzie? This is the sound of memories. A sound that rings so true for some.
Seth Mitchell, who's a captain in the Marine Corps, killed in Afghanistan October 26, 2009.
Steve Mitchell wears a picture of his son Seth on his shirt proudly this Memorial Day.
There are real people who served and real people who died while in service to this country, and that's what we all need to really remember.
A story in every name.
Matthew J. Andrews.
A lot of my friends, the unit I served in, did not return from Vietnam.
Behind every waving flag.
There's just something really beautiful in seeing so many people come together regardless of their backgrounds and really acknowledge something true about what we ask our young people to do for us in honoring our country.
At the National Cemetery in Wilmington, the reminders of the sacrifice of service abound. The acknowledgement of that sacrifice, boundless.
It's a part of that sharing and acknowledgement that is important.
Mitchell's wife wears a locket around her neck.
Part of our son is captured in that locket, so she wears him next to her heart all the time.
Everyone has a different way of paying tribute. Here, though, paying tribute is what matters most.
There was deep sacrifice for what we have, and some paid the ultimate sacrifice, as we see here in this cemetery.
Daniel, an email into the WWAY newsroom, a customer of Natural MFG said he'd been scammed out of thousands of dollars. Our investigation found he may not be the only one. Owned and operated in the Port City, Natural MFG makes skateboard decks, that's the part you ride on, for companies across the country. Some customers are saying, though, all they're really doing is making off with people's hard-earned cash.
It's hard to sleep at night knowing what this guy's done to me and what he's done to other people.
Brandon Bryant runs a longboard company out of Oklahoma City. He says he sent Natural MFG a down payment of more than $3,400 to have boards made for his company. That was 8 months ago. As of today, he says he's got nothing but the runaround.
I wake up every morning basically essentially pissed off at the world, because this guy has my money and I can't get it back and there's nothing I can do.
So he emailed WWAY and we started looking into it. It turns out several customers of Natural MFG have reported the same issues. No product, no response, and Natural MFG making off with their money. We attempted to ask Natural MFG's owner about this, and though he didn't want his face on camera, he had something to say.
I'm a solid business that pays taxes in this county and runs a solid business and employ 8 people. We're good for this community. We're taking care of these people that are unhappy, and we're moving on.
He wouldn't let our cameras inside, though, and when we asked specifically about Bryant's claim...
We've got a wire set up for him for $3,129, and we're squaring away.
So you're sending him his money back?
That's correct.
He called me when we got there today and said that he had already wired you your money back?
Which is not true.
After we left, Bryant said Maltby called him.
Basically, he was begging me to call you guys and tell y'all not to air the story, that he will get me my money tomorrow.
He and I were working on trying to get the money back, and I wasn't even concerned with the media. He said something about that, and I said, look, man, you need to leave my family out of it.
Well, have you stopped to think about what my family's going through and what you've put us through?
Brian says he's not sure if he'll get his money or not, but wants people to know and be aware of what he's been through. He said he didn't know what else to call his interaction with MFG other than a scam.
Is the Wilmington Police Department using spy gear to trick your cell phone into giving away private information?
Well, that's what the ACLU and the county's public defender believe. The device, called the Stingray, lets the user turn cell phones into tracking devices, somewhat like a cell phone tower is capable of, but it might violate your rights. In an email, public defender Jennifer Harjo says she was asked to investigate an allegation that police are using Stingray surveillance equipment. We asked the Wilmington Police spokeswoman Linda Raleigh about Stingray. She said the department has no comment and referred us to the FBI. FBI spokeswoman Shelley Lynch said it's because the technology is so sensitive and protected that the FBI will not let anyone, including local agencies, talk about it.
So just what are these devices and how do they work and when did they make their way into our area? WWAY weekend anchor Chris Brown digging deeper into those questions tonight. He joins us now with some answers. Chris.
Mackenzie, Harpoon, Stingray, Kingfish, all surveillance items purchased by the Wilmington Police Department. What they do, though, and how long they've been around may surprise you.
All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution passes unanimously.
And with that, the Wilmington Police Department had equipment used in questionable surveillance programs around the country. According to purchase orders, the department has in its possession equipment that could seemingly infringe on your Fourth Amendment rights, has had it since 2008. So what is it? The company, Harris, bills itself as an international communications and information technology company specializing in government, defense, intelligence, and public safety. Offering products like Stingray, which uses your cell phone signal to triangulate your phone's location, thereby giving law enforcement crucial information when it comes to knowing your whereabouts. Harris also produces items like the Harpoon and Amberjack, both systems which boost the Stingray's capability. In 2012, Wilmington City Council approved maintenance on some of these items.
Well, it helps in the surveillance of locating those people, yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. You don't want to tell us too much because you don't want to alert the perpetrators, do you?
It's very good surveillance equipment to aid us in our endeavors of protecting the citizens of Wilmington.
The use of the equipment has been challenged in court by civil liberties groups that say it is violating privacy rights. An article from the Washington Post Wednesday says the most recent lawsuit was thrown out. When we had questions about the equipment's use here, we were given no answers by the police department or the FBI. Now, we asked New Hanover County District Attorney Ben David about this. He says he feels, quote, confident that the equipment is being used legally and constitutionally, saying as far as he knows, it's only being used in conjunction with a court order. That stands in stark contrast to reports of an agreement between the police department that they would have signed to buy the equipment, stating that no warrants would be retrieved in the course of using the equipment. Mackenzie. Daniel, Donna Street is a mover and a shaker, so to speak. She's been walking since early February, talking to folks and shaking hands along the way. For her, it's not about an organization or a donation. It's all about the walk.
My name is Donna Street.
It's the first thing you notice about Donna Street. She calls him the proud protector.
I love it. I love every day that I'm out here.
But it's not what leaves the most lasting impression.
Pleasure to meet you out here today.
Pleasure to meet you too.
You take care.
And good luck too.
And
that comes from within.
I don't know if I'll be crawling when I get there, but hopefully I'll still be standing upright.
There is Washington, D.C. She's walking for our military men and women. She's already been through 5 pairs of shoes since her journey began in Fort Lauderdale in February, meeting people of all kinds along the way, including wounded warriors.
I've met people with their legs off, their arms off, just different things, mental, physical, and then the ultimate price that, you know, so many gave their life for.
They're the folks that really touch her.
And you know what they tell me? They'll say, Donna, we'd do this all over again. Now, I don't know that I could say that if I had my legs off, you know, but hopefully I would.
With all the walking comes a handshake or two, or
5,172.
She salutes all the honkers, stops and talks to anyone who will listen, because she's carrying along a constant reminder.
I've kind of got the soldiers back like they keep our back.
The protector she carries proudly. Now you can track Street's progress on her website if you'd like to check it out. We've got a link on our website, wwaytv3.com.